What's up, YouTube? Eugene here, and I've got my entire 2020 perfume haul, everything I've purchased for the year. And it's been forever since I've done a fragrance haul, and it's for no other reason than I probably forgot. And so here I am, probably years later. But I do want to take a little bit of responsibility in doing this and say, you don't need to purchase so many fragrances. And a lot of these that I've picked up were really on a subconscious level. Not much thought was put into it, and it was more to fill a void than anything else, to fill myself with happiness when I couldn't do it any other way. If I was feeling down, I'd go and purchase a fragrance. So none of these can truly absolutely validate me. That can only come from within. So any happiness it did bring me, it was temporary and short-lived. I mean, there's a bunch of these that I'm happy to have, and I would have had regardless, like the ones you see in front of me. These are my top 10 favorite things that I've picked up. But going forward next year, I really plan on being much more conscious in my pickups. I do believe I'll cut this hopefully in half. It's not large by any means. It could be small for some people. It could be larger for others. That's all very subjective, but this is what it is. This is where I'm at in my journey, and I know I have more than enough. Here's my scent of the day. Today's New Year's Eve, and this is what I went with. One of my all-time favorites, Musk Ravageur, a nice spicy oriental sweet vanilla, warm, cinnamon, clove, musk. Musk is more leathery than it is musky, but it's a little bit furry, and you know, it's all that good stuff. But anyway, let's get into this haul. It's probably going to be a longer video than normal, and I'm going to share with you one of my favorite brands that I got to know, and this is Gucci's exclusive collection. And here is the other one. These two are much darker fragrances. This is the Voice of the Snake, which is oud based, and this is a Midnight Stroll, which is church incense, frankincense. And these white bottles are a little bit lighter and pastel-y, and this is a Virgin Violet, Eye of the Tiger, and Tears of Iris. And these are all, it feels like they were created in order to blend or mix and match and that sort of thing. They all kind of go really well together, including this one. This is Chant for the Nymph, a really nice white floral. Frangipani, tuberose, jasmine, some fruits in there, but really loving this collection. And this is a Song for the Rose. So these are the exclusives I've picked up, along with Memoire d'un Adore, which is a really nice tea-based frankincense and vanilla fragrance. So I'm really loving what Gucci is doing, and I love that they've teamed up with Alberto Moreales, and I really am excited to see what is coming next from them, either from their mainstream line or their exclusives. So good stuff so far. Really enjoying that. Let's do some L'Artisans. I did pick up quite a bit of L'Artisans. Some of you guys will remember I was on the L'Artisan kick, really struggling with Zonka. I'm not quite understanding it quite yet. Dry, irisy leather. I see there's a lot of love for this perfume. I'm not there yet. I can't share that admiration with Zonka, but hopefully soon I will. I like Mon Numero 10 for its incensey quality, sort of leathery, and it's got this Coca-Cola fizz to it. Really loving Traversée de Bosphore. I think this is my favorite so far, which is a nice, again, leathery, irisy, floral that's got this candy vibe to it without being too sweet. It's supposed to smell like a Turkish delight. Timbuktu. I've actually had Timbuktu for a long time. I didn't pick this up this year. I'm not sure how that got in there. Saffron Tourbillon, which is a very soft, rosy vanilla perfume. It's not overly spicy. I don't find it very saffron-y. It is something that's farther in the background. This I picked up last year as well. If it's got any saffron, it's really far back, you know, deep in the background. So, but I do really enjoy Saffron Tourbillon. I like a lot of these that I picked up from L'Artisan. They're really well done, and they are kind of the epitome of niche. They're like old niche is what I would call them. Picked up several things from Louis Vuitton. They have kind of a newer line, kind of an exclusive line. And here is Les Sables Roses, which is supposed to be a rose oud. I don't get a whole lot of oud from it. To me, it's a very fresh, spring-like green rose. It's really boring, if I'm honest. I would send this back if I could. I probably won't get much use of it. This is much more Middle Eastern, Ombre Nomad, which is a nice rose oud, and I get much more oud from this. Vanilla, incense, smoky, very Middle Eastern. I wouldn't call this Middle Eastern at all. I would call this more like a 1970s boring rose fragrance. Nouveau Monde is a really nice leathery perfume, birch tar, like worn in leather jacket kind of thing. You know, it's very similar to Ombre Nomad. These are two of my favorites. And this is Au Hasard, Louis Vuitton's take on sandalwood, and it's absolutely one of my most disliked pickups that I grabbed for 2020. I do not like this at all. I don't like just the contrast of notes. It's kind of on the fresher side. It's a little bit boring. Everything is very sharp. Notes of ginger and citrus, and even the sandalwood, there's no warmth to it. There's no creaminess. It's very sharp. It's more like a more cedary than sandalwood. You know, it's the same way I say there's no sandalwood in Santal 33 is how I would say there's no sandalwood in this as well. So really do not like Au Hasard. That was a bad move on my part. Oh, here's a couple other L'Artisans. Patchouli Patch, which is a very powdery take on patchouli, warm patchouli, and 2 for 2, which I love, a really spicy chai in an oriental fashion. I've got some, I actually did a lot of damage with these Christian Dior's this year. This is a backup of Oud Isfahan, and I've picked up Purple Oud, and I got Patchouli Imperial, which has been discontinued, so I started to kind of like just shit my pants a little bit before I could no longer get it. I wanted to have that. Bois d'Argent, this is the first time I'm owning Bois d'Argent, and I'm absolutely loving this very powdery iris, frankincense, vanilla, honey. Absolutely gorgeous. This is my thing. I love scents like this. Just very soft, warm, cozy, comforting. Here's another favorite of mine, even though it took me a while to get past the name, but this is a really nice Muguet, and one of my favorite Muguets, and I'll be honest, I prefer this over Guerlain Muguet, or yeah, just a really nice, dry, leathery Lily of the Valley. Green, watery, citrusy, fresh, floral. Perfect for springtime. Love it. I would kind of put that with Hermès's Muguet Porcelain. I think Muguet Porcelain's a little bit more interesting, and it's got that wow factor. This is a little bit more streamlined, but it's still really nice. Tea Cashmere. Nice, but a little bit underwhelming for me. Tea, rose, citrus. I'm not crazy about it. Grand Ball I really like. It's a nice white floral. Jasmine. Here we've got Santal Noir, which is a Middle Eastern take on sandalwood, really butch and dense, thick, spicy, sharp. Not a big fan of it. It's not romantic at all. It's quite harsh. Balade Sauvage is a really nice springtime fragrance. I did have that in my spring favorites. It's a nice fresh fig. Dior Amour is a nice powdery iris. I like this a lot. It's very woody. Kind of reminds me of Chanel's La Pausa for a little bit. A little bit of rose in here. New Look 1947. I love this. It's a very woody white floral, so men can easily wear this. This actually gets me a lot of attention when I wear it to work for some reason. Really nice. Got a few others here. Grise Dior. I'm still not feeling Grise Dior. It's kind of a rose, patchouli, fresh air wick or something. I don't know. It doesn't do a whole lot for me. Belle de Jour's nice. It's got a nice rose and pear vanilla. I like this. And we've got Holy Peony and Le Col Noir, which are both very nice, but at the same time, they don't do anything crazy. I don't know. You know, they're both very rosy and fresh and springtime-ish. So, meh. It's kind of meh. They're nice, meh. Let me push these back, and here is Satan himself. Francois Demachet taking away, one of the greatest designer fragrances and giving us this. Like, did they take it away completely? I don't know, but it's gone. It might be reserved in Paris or something, or they made it really hard to find, and they've given us just something really mainstream and streamlined and boring and synthetic and whatever. Also picked this up. Got this at the duty free when I went to go see Ashton right before the lockdown earlier this year. From Chanel, I think this is the only Chanel I got to pick up, Deauville, and I got this at the same time when I went to Tennessee. This isn't available in Canada, so I had this shipped over to Ashton's, and this is Paris Deauville, which is a nice, fresh, citrusy green floral, perfect for spring. Kind of reminds me of Chanel's number 19. Here we go. I picked up a bunch of, I'm going to push these guys back. Hopefully they won't fall off the edge. I did pick up a bunch of these Le Labos. Even though I said I wouldn't, I did. And can I get them all in the shot? So Tabak 28, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by it. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. It's just a very powerful ambery fragrance. It's weird. I don't know. I don't care for it. It's not something that excites me a whole lot. Not as much as Queer 28. I do like Queer 28 much more, which is a very spicy leather vetiver type of perfume. This is it's loud as well, but it can be a little bit challenging. It's got that barbecued meat note, kind of that barbecue sauce going on. A little bit butch, there's no romance in this either. Vanille is a nice vanilla frankincense perfume. A lot of people say it's better than Spiritus Double Vanille. I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that far. It's a nice vanilla, probably not worth the exclusive bucks they charge for. This is another favorite of mine, Mousse de Chêne, which is Le Labo Chypre, and it's just a really nice, sparkling, almost again like a digital Chypre. I'm not sure who the perfumer is, but it's different. It's different than a lot of other Chypres. It's got this just the way the notes hit, they're like 3D or 4D, and they're kind of, you know, photorealistic, and they're very sharp and detailed. I like it. It's a nice spicy Chypre. Another 13 is another interesting perfume, and I like this a lot. It's a take on synthetics, really. It's a lot of ambroxan. There might be, I'm sensing there's several synthetics in here. It's soft but loud at the same time. You know, it plays that game of peekaboo. I like the way it wears on skin. It's quite powdery. It's got this woodiness. It's got this fuzz. Has a really nice vibration to it. So I get the colors almost like a soft red, like a blurry red when I wear this. Gaiac 10 is very similar to another 13. I believe they're using the same synthetics, but Gaiac 10, they overdose with a little bit of frankincense. Again, it's very soft. It's got this pillowy musk to it, almost like laundered fresh clothes or bed sheets. And right in the heart of it is a really nice frankincense, smoky, incensey. Feels very spiritual. I like it for that sense. But again, there's times I wear this and I feel very underwhelmed, and it feels a little bit incomplete to me. Lastly, we have Poivre 23. This is the London-based exclusive, and this is again very peppery and a lot of frankincense. So smoky, dry, woody. Yeah, a lot of black pepper, a lot of incense and frankincense and that kind of thing, kind of a vanilla dry down. I'm gonna push these back so you guys see me talk about this Obsession, and talked about this for a bit. Annie, I haven't really worn it since. Will I wear it again ever? I don't know. I got Leighton exclusive, which is a nice fragrance. You know, I wore it once or twice when I got it. Never really worn it again. I'll wear this again. This is a nice fragrance. I did like it. I remember enjoying it. Not really a house for me. I went and tested a bunch of other things. I did pick up Habdan. I picked up Habdan, and again, it was, for me, it was like Au Hasard, one of the worst things that I've ever smelled. I did not enjoy like a single moment of it. It was just so cloying and dry, woody ambers. You know, it had that leather and rose. It didn't work for me. I didn't like the way it smelled. I didn't like the way it wore on me. I didn't like anything about it, and I got rid of it. I was actually thinking about torching it, but I got offered this in the swap, so I took it. And I'm much happier with Diptyque's Eau Mint, which is, it's kind of streamlined for a Diptyque, but I much prefer this to the Parfums de Marly. Also picked up this Elie Saab exclusive. This is the Santal. I got Delina, which is another Parfums de Marly. This is a nice white floral. What else did I get here? Oh, yes, right. Got Le Male, Le Toxic Male, which is interesting. The bros love this, and it's, you know, it's so interesting that they do, because it's everything that they don't like. You know, it is quite feminine. It's got that cotton candy and bubble gum, and it's got some florals in it, but, you know, because it comes in this masculine bottle, it's the greatest thing ever created. Also got this Prada. To be honest, I never wore it. I don't know why I got it. And I did pick up Acqua di Gio. This was earlier this year, which I like. I like this for the springtime. You know, it's just fresh and crisp and zesty, and it doesn't try to do a whole lot, unlike the other flankers. This is the one that I like. I like this. It's pretty neat. So that's about as far as everything I can remember from what I picked up. There might be some other things here and there, but this is it. That's my 2020 haul. So there you go. That's everything. Let me know what you guys have picked up. What were some of your favorites, and what you plan on doing next year. Anyway, really glad that you guys stuck around. If you're still here, let me know what you think. I want to wish you all a happy new year. Hope you're all safe, and I can't wait to see you all next year. So thanks for watching. Drop a comment down below, like this video, and we will see you next year. Bye for now.